VP, how are you? Welcome to yet another day, another week, another Monday, to yet another amazing part. You know, when it comes to a recovering addict, we all have our own bad days. Not only the recovering addicts, but everybody out there has a bad day. And it's very important to ask ourselves, what exactly do I do when I'm facing a bad day in recovery? Or when I'm facing a bad day? Let's not just talk about recovering addicts, because some of us are in that process. And that maybe can even help you. Or maybe you even drank. Or maybe you went through a tough situation. I want to talk about 5 P's that will help you on any day when you find yourself having a tough day. Number one P is perspective. Seek perspective. Try to look at the positive side. How bad could it have been? There's a mentality called the zero-based thinking, where yes, you appreciate the fact that you made the mistake, everything has happened, but then you ask yourself, with the same mentality I have right now, I believe I won't need to repeat the same kind of a mistake, and that will help you even for tomorrow. They say that experience is the best teacher. So anytime you're finding yourself on a bad day, maybe you lost a job, maybe you lost a lot of money, ask yourself, I am still intact, I'm still healthy, I'm still okay. I'm always try to look at the positive side of things. It's called the optimism. Pessimism will make sure that, and that's why some of us end up in suicidal ideation, end up in so much depression and stress, because we never seek the perspective even when you're going through a tough time. Always try to ask yourself, what can I do to make the situation better? Or how bad could it have been? Number two P when you're going through a tough situation is pivot. Pivot is right. WTOH. What's the opportunity here? Always ask yourself such kind of a question. There's a guy who said, it's not what you see. It's not what you look at. It's what you see. A guy will come in here, see people suffering. One person will see it as suffering. Another person will see it as an opportunity to bring in something that can help the society. So any situation can either be turned for your own good. That's what the German philosopher Hermann Hesse said, that he truly believes that any situation, good or bad, can be used to your own advantage. That is all about the pivot. Any day you find yourself in a tough situation, imagine, you're still alive. You tried suicide, you tried gambling, it failed, you tried drinking, it failed. You have lost jobs, there is still something that is left inside you, and that's why you're not dead. There is still something inside you that can make a big, big change in this nation. The biggest thing you need to ask yourself, even the disciples, anytime that Jesus was doing any miracle, he never used what they had lost. He used what was remaining and what they were left with. And that's the same thing you need to know, that God doesn't need what you have lost to use you. He can use whatever you have left to make something amazing, because he is God and he does whatever he does to glorify himself. Number 3, it's about the number 3 P whenever you're having a bad day is pharmacy. Pharmacy is all about exercise. Walk out there and exercise. Go into the gym. Exercise helps you release the feel-good hormone, the dopamine, and the happiness hormone called the serotonin. These two hormones and the norepinephrine, which helps you in focus. So you can see the importance of exercise. Instead of you sleeping or being stressed up, how about you pick up the shoes and start running? Number 4 is all about the number 4 P whenever you're having a bad day is the pages. Pages is all about getting a notebook and writing down the feelings. This helps you to master your own feelings instead of repressing them, which is holding them in the inside part of you. And the more you repress these feelings, the more you're going to drink, because you don't have a good way of doing things. So instead of, bottling up all those emotions that you're having, how about you start writing? How am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? You're feeling it instead of, for you to heal some of these wounds, you have to feel them. And the last P that we're going to talk about is the planet. Planet is all about walking out there in the nature. This helps you to know the real you. Instead of staying in the house, walk out there in the nature. This is not about exercise, but walking out there. There is so much power when you're watching the oceans, when you're watching the sunset and rise. When you are watching animals, when you're out there in the nature and doing nature walks, it helps in a big way. It helps you relieve some of these feelings that you have specifically on these bad days. So those are the 5 P's: perspective, try to look for the brighter side. Pivot, what opportunity can you get from that situation? P, pharmacy, exercise, it helps in a big way. Number 4, pages, get a book and start writing, the feelings that you have. And number 5, the planet, walk out there in the nature. That's the most important thing. So Charles Darwin says something very amazing that I have today, that success most of the time doesn't belong to the most intelligent or strong. It belongs to those who are quick and easy to adapt to change. So it's good to adapt to change. Even when you find yourself in a tough situation, ask yourself, how can I benefit here? How can I use this situation to make something even better? Stop complaining, stop whining, stop being a victim. Today is the day for you to make a difference in your society and in the lives of others. And you can only do that if you use those 5 P's. I hope you learned something. Let's meet next Monday. I love you. Keep on keeping on. Today is the day that you become sober. This is your boy Mark. Thank you very much. Hi. I hope that video that you just watched inspired you and made you even a better person today. If the video inspired you or made you a better person, how about you like, subscribe, and even share to other people who may be even going through the same situation, or even have loved ones who are going through the same situation. Let's keep on keeping on and make sure that as many people as possible get to be sober and feel how I feel today. Thank you.